Aries, how you doing? Welcome to your energy reading here, going from the 28th of September through to the 5th, I think, of October. Hope you're doing well. Message from energy was basically we're heading off down this pathway. The shift in consciousness has happened. There's no turning back. You can't undo what you know. So a case of just going ahead and doing it. The elements that we were going to be looking at as well within your Astroflower, we're going to do things slightly differently this week here. The elements that we're going to be looking at is fire and water. Now, the fire and water within your sign is very, very particular. First of all, let's just get a chakra sequencing and see how they can play into every aspect of your life. Okay, let's just connect to the energy now. There we go. We've got that connection there. We find that central point. We get the crown and the root, very much in balance. It seems to be here. It's sort of like, I think you need to be a little bit flexible here because it can play both ways. You know, sometimes when we've got a lot of determination and we're emotionally engaged, we can be a little bit short with people and with life and so forth. And I would just be a little bit wary about that. It may cause you a little bit of sciatica problems on the left-hand side. We will be doing healing readings next week, early on next week on the Astroflower. So don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and you can come in for that. But for some of you, you may find that you've got a bit of a sciatica problem going on the left-hand side. And I think this is where you just need to be a little bit more sort of flexible with how connecting your root to your crown chakra. That's your raison d'etre. Excuse me. Let's just see where it moves on to now. Okay, so it goes into it goes actually into the solar plexus, but also at the same time it's playing into the third eye and the throat. It's almost as if like this determination that's coming through this sort of solar plexus here is all about sort of like your inner vision and communicating that with people that are around you. You know, if you feel like that people are distracting you or taking you off your path, that's where I think you need to be a little bit short with life and just sort of no messing, sort of saying, you know, no, this is the pathway I'm going down. This is what I'm going to be doing. If you want to come with me, you're more than welcome. Sort of no nonsense, messing about, getting on with the planning of things. Really, really good energies there. And then it comes back again, it reinforces that solar plexus. And it's once that communication, that inner vision has been installed, then you can then re-push that solar plexus. Really nice sort of confidence, a lot of confidence within you. And I think it's a case of knowing. I think you know this week more than anything else, Aries. Let's just see where it moves on to now. This is real playing in tandem for you at the moment. We get the heart chakra with the sacrum. And I think you're going to really enjoy getting the fundamental things in place. Just don't try and do too much more than anything else. I think quality is much better than quantity this week for you. It's going to help you to advance a lot quicker rather than trying to do everything, trying to do fewer things, but really well. And if you do the simple things or little things really, really well, and this could be within your relationship as much within your financial side, and we'll see that in a second. Once you concentrate on that quality, you know, that's where you're going to suddenly start shining, and it's going to make life very much easier for you more than anything else. And then it goes back to the crown and the root again. And that's a very balanced crown and root. It's like, you know, Aries, there's no going back, basically for you as you go forward. So let's just pull up your Astroflower, shall we? As I said, we're going to be talking about the elements of water and fire. And one thing you should notice here within your flower here, all of the base petals here has got water and fire within it. You've got it on the karmic paths here, the mutable energies. So this is sort of like playing with life. And I think this is where you need to separate the two, because you've got that fixed energy on your karmic path on your financial side. I think this is on your financial side of trying to sort of saying, okay, this is the pathway, this is what we're doing, no messing, this is the plan of action, let's follow it, let's get it done. On your relationship side, you've got the mutable stuff. And on your karmic path is this where you've got to be a little bit more flexible. This is where you don't want to take on too much. You've got to be very light. So I would have a really good work play balance within your life and engaging with the people or with activities that you actually enjoy as well. On your financial, on your relationship side, you have that water, you have that fire and earth as well, which comes in this section here. And being practical within your relationship side here, which is a no nonsense, no messing about sort of situation in regards to connections with other people. And on your financial side, this is where you're emotionally engaged. And I think that's because you want things to work more than anything else. And this comes in with this fixed earth that we see at the top that comes in from your neighbor Taurus. And that gives you that sort of like determination to get things done. You know, as I say, there's no going back with this shift of consciousness. It's all going forward for you. So let's just see what's going on for the general energies. This is what we're talking about here, the petal 6, which is the energy which is in the middle of you. And you do have a lot of water and fire. There is a lot of emotions that come through this. And it's like, let's just see what's going on there. Let's get the inner vision and get the general energies. You're emotionally engaged in what you're doing. So on your financial side, if it's a job, business and project, it's like, you love what you're doing and you want it to work. You want results and you're emotionally engaged in the outcome of your financial side. And you seem to be putting in your time and effort into it. And if someone's slacking, you want to tell them as well. And I get this sort of like, there's this no nonsense approach to life. And on the relationship side, it's a little bit different. It's more sort of kind of going, well, do you want to do this? If you want to do this, it'd be absolutely brilliant. I'm going to go and do it. I'm going to go down the beach and go for a swim. Or I'm going to go down and do some windsurfing or kite surfing or whatever it is. Just sort of like, I want to enjoy life. There's no judgment on behalf of whether you come or not. You can do. You don't have to. It's up to you, and it's a real sort of like quality rather than quantity. This is what it's all about within your life here. And that's what's coming through in the general energies. Let's just see if we can get another sort of vision here about what. It's like you've got a vision of the pinnacle of what you should be doing in life. You've got the goals very clearly within you, and this is where the solar plexus comes into play. I think here is once you get that inner vision, you need that determination to really go for it, and that's where your passion can come into play. Don't let it override your emotions, and I think your passions and your emotions should be in tandem, in very good balance, and that's where the work and play ethic comes into play, because you could be doing your job and you should be enjoying it at the same time as well. Okay, let's just see what's going on the financial side here. Okay, so let's just see what's going on. I get someone who's directing life. You could be directing business. You could be within your job. You could be finding a real empowerment moment where all of a sudden you're the one that's taking control of the situation. Within your business, I think here you're taking control of your business and pushing it in a particular direction, and it's organizing the world around you. It could be organizing your suppliers or your sales or so forth. And it seems like you've got this list that you're ticking off as if to sort of say, right, is that in place? Right, that's good. Is that one in place? A real sort of heavy organization that's going on there for you. And, it's awe-inspiring to the people around you. And seeing the results is going to make you go, yeah, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, look at that. You get the 8 of Pentacles. Fire signs have been getting a lot of 8 of Pentacles at the moment. So yeah, you get the 8 of Pentacles here, and I think this is where it comes onto your karmic path. I think you're concentrating on the finer detail, quality rather than quantity. That's what that person's doing there. They're creating those pentacles. He's really focusing on the quality of what he could bring out of life within the world around you. How does it connect with the people that is around you? King of Swords, judgment. This is that no nonsense messing about. You're not messing with it. You're just sort of saying, it's just the way it is. Come on, people. Let's just stop messing about. This is the way it's got to work. And really putting you're stamping your authority, but without being, a demonic dictator. That's the key here. Not, being able to stamp your authority, but without being a demonic dictator. I do get this sort of water that comes in here, this mutable water that comes in here, which allows you to play. And this comes in between petal 9 and petal 10. So this is all about the here and now and your future. And it's emotionally engaged in your future. If you're too harsh with people that are around you, you may find yourself a little bit isolated. So this is where you've got to be a little bit more sort of flexible. But look at that. You get the judgment card there as well. This is where I think emotionally you're realizing your calling within your financial side. And it's not that it's just going to rewards and ultimate financial success. I think it's the success of something that's working, that's giving you, making you feel so good. That's what it's all about. The mutable water there. You get the Ace of Cups. You're sort of like you're overflowing. Your emotions are overflowing. This is where you got to temper the fire a little bit, and make sure you stick to the plan, and make sure the communication is straight and clear for the people around you. That will stop you messing about and stop you having sort of complications within your financial side, and difficulties within your business or your projects or whatever you're doing. It's going to make things a lot more productive for you. And I think those results which we get with that fixed earth that comes in there, those results are going to make you feel good, so good inside you. Let's just see what's going on the relationship side. Let's see what we can get in the way of a vision for you on the relationship side. Okay, this is really playing to your future here, and it's like you're trying to, a relationship's not just done on one sided; it's done on both sides, and it's like you're offering up. I get this sort of like person that's offering. It could well be like, like a pamphlet that's sort of, that you pick up, and it's just like for a scuba diving club, or I don't know why water sports comes into play here for you, but it just seems to be. Um, or sailing, or just sailing again, or cycling, or whatever it is. It seems like you're finding opportunities to connect with other people, and certainly with your partner. That's what it feels like. You're offering things up to the people that are around you. And, it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to say yes either. And, so be prepared for someone to turn around and say, nah, I don't really like scuba diving, or I don't like sort of like sailing and so forth, but you do. So maybe you should just go ahead and do it more than anything else. Yeah, Page of Swords, speaking your truth, learning to just speak your truth without you um, having to sugarcoat it, having to sort of like adapt it for other people. It's just being very straight, I think, more than anything else, with the emotionally in the world that is around you, and how you're creating your future. You also get the Nine of Wands here that's playing in this side here, and that's that sort of like, I think the healthy boundaries apply to you. Doesn't necessarily apply to the people that are around you, that it applies to you. And this is where you're sort of saying, do not be rigid about things, being a little bit more flexible, understanding that someone may turn around and sort of say, do you know what, I don't want to do that. Or, and so you don't have to sort of like either curtail your enjoyment of life, but also at the same time, you don't have to force other people to do it either. And maybe you going off and doing it. So when you come back in the evening, and you'll sort of say, do you know what? You'll never guess what I saw today. And as you come forward, when you come back and you say that, you're involving those people in just the joyous side of the connection that you can have with another person. Absolutely lovely going on there. Let's just see what's going on the spiritual side of life. It's finding your calm, finding your fifth gear. As you're going down the freeway or the motorway, you're finding your cruise control. This is what it's doing here, finding your cruise control. And you get the Hierophant here. This is the Hierophant is a master, a spiritual master over the physical world, and it's also a marriage card here. And I think this is what you're doing here is you're engaging your spirit and finding your cruise control and not worrying about things. That's what it is. Let go and let go and allow yourself to enjoy. You do have the Knight of Wands as well, and that Knight of Wands I think is all about sort of like that direction, that physical direction here, engaging your passions that come from you into the world with this cardinal fire that comes from yourself and cardinal earth that comes from Cancer. And this is about being a little bit spontaneous, but just engaging in your happiness and your joy. I think it's going to be absolutely brilliant for you, Aries. So there you go. Thanking you very much for being here with us. Don't forget about the messages from energy and all the other energy videos that we do. We also do the live on Sunday night questions and answers. Lovely to see you there. I will see you soon, and maybe in one of the other energy videos that we do on this channel. In the meantime, all that's left for me to say is don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.